How's it going, everybody? I'm Brooks,
I'm Joe.
and this is another episode of Cantina Reviews Barside Chats.
Today, we're talking about this small little indie film that came out.
Ooh,
You may have seen it.
rare for us.
It's called Avengers Endgame.
Yes.
I think it has potential to make a small little wave.
Yeah. Just a small wave in the mainstream movie market.
Right. Yeah. Maybe some people will see it.
Yes, from the Sundance Film Festival.
Yeah. Once it makes the rounds,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, we're finally talking about Avengers Endgame.
It's long awaited.
Yeah.
There's just been a lot of time between, us doing things and us having to talk about it.
Just a lot of life going on lately.
Yeah, and then especially, with Game of Thrones and other movies.
Yeah, we're doing our best, okay?
Yeah, I'm sure all three of you are very upset about this.
Yeah. But yeah, it's in podcast form, but we're going to talk about it at last.
At long last.
The culmination of 21 films.
Yes.
The 22nd.
Well, actually, Phase 3 ends with Far From
Oh,
Home.
yeah, it is not the culmination of anything.
Yeah, no. So technically the culmination,
We'll be far
as
from
dubbed by Disney and Marvel, is Spider-Man Homecoming. That's the end of it all.
It's interesting because, Far From Home.
Far From Home. What did I say?
Homecoming.
Homecoming. Yeah.
It's interesting because they did that with, Ultron came out, but then Ant-Man was the end of that phase.
Dude, why are they
I wonder
doing
why they
origin
do. Why do they
movies?
do that?
Yeah.
Do you think Endgame would be the end of this phase? Because Phase 3 has gone on
Well, also because it
forever.
has end in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Phase 3 has been, 10 movies or something like that?
I'm going to actually look it up because it might be more.
I mean, it's highly possible. And then, it's just it's crazy because these will be going long after we're dead.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm never going to know
Yeah.
how it actually ends.
And I feel like we're relatively young
Yeah.
at this point, and we'll never see the end.
Yeah.
Which I guess, I don't know. No, I guess the saying is all good things must come to an end.
Except for this.
Yeah. Well, if it keeps going, it'll just turn into something bad.
Yeah.
So it will never be good.
Well, yeah, we can get into that for sure. Because a lot of people are like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
it looks like Far From Home is going to be the 11th movie in Phase 3.
So, 12 across 2 phases, and then 11 in Phase 3. What?
I thought you were adding Far From Home to Endgame to get 12. I'm like, no, it's the 11th.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah, why such a long phase?
I don't know.
What did they really do that needed to be done before Endgame?
I guess because,
Did you have to do Ragnarok?
I mean, I guess
had to
because,
do that?
Civil War... So Civil War starts this phase, and I would definitely say that the effects of Civil War are felt all the way into Endgame.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that makes sense to me. Where the other ones fit in along the way, who knows?
Yeah, who knows exactly. They could have... if they had somehow... They could have had the ending of Ant-Man and the Wasp as a post-credit scene somewhere.
Yeah.
And then they could have just done Ant-Man and the Wasp in the Phase 4 stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So they could have taken one movie out there.
Right, yeah.
That was just such a long time.
Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm not really sure. But anyway, the big thing is, could it live up to the hype? Could it work?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, I just
amazingly.
Feel like it was the battle that we were waiting for.
Yeah.
And we were finally given
Yeah.
it. Because, I don't know, I like the movie as a whole, but what made the movie for me was that battle.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, this is what they were building up for Infinity War.
Right. Well, what I would definitely say is, I feel like Infinity War is, a much more cohesive story.
Right.
Which is surprising because there's so many characters in it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it just felt like, and I watched it again recently, it feels like a tighter movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's a clear, start and finish point of where the story is building to. Endgame's a little all over the place.
Yeah,
but
it takes a long time
but it's
to do
okay.
things.
But I was okay with it being
Right.
all over the place because it actually kind of feels like 3 movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the fallout of Infinity War, the time travel part, Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah.
And it's been out for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And
if you haven't known
the third act of like the Thanos stuff.
Right.
So yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know. I just think it worked really well. I liked that like the characters we started with get their endings, the ones that are leaving, at the end. But at the same time, all the new characters get at least one really good moment.
Yeah, to start their new, side of things.
If not more. Especially like at the end battle when everyone comes back, every single person on that battlefield gets at least a scene. Oh, yeah. It's like, oh yeah, remember that cool thing Spider-Man did? Oh, remember what Black Panther did? Like,
yeah, like they're all fighting side by side,
right,
in this huge battle.
Yeah,
where they finally get to fight Thanos,
right,
as opposed to just chopping his head off. And it's like, okay, well that's done.
Right.
So now where are we going with this movie?
And it's funny because like, yeah, that was interesting because like the movie starts out and they kill Thanos, and it's like, no, you can't undo this.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, the stakes are super high. What Infinity War does well is like just build up Thanos as a villain, so that like you feel like the stakes are really high.
Because this is long before anybody has like, before Gamora and Nebula have like wronged him or betrayed him. Yeah. So he's still like the all-powerful Thanos at this point.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it was cool because so like the way they worked Thanos back into the story is like he's like killed, but then like because they're doing all this time travel stuff, his past self like gets wind of what's going on.
Yeah.
But he actually felt different to me.
Yeah. He felt like the old super fanatic.
He just sounds like an evil. He's just like an evil psycho in this one.
Yeah.
Because like the first one, Infinity War, like he has this purpose, he has this plan, kind of like a solemn nature to him. Like he's got to do all this stuff he doesn't want to do to reach his goal.
Right.
So like killing Gamora, he didn't really want to do that, but he felt he had to because he felt he was right. And this is what he has to do. Kind of like a godlike, mentality to him, where the Thanos in Endgame is just like a lunatic.
Yeah. Just, I need to get the stones to do this thing, and that's it.
Like, I'm going to win in the future, and I'm going to make sure they don't undo this. And just, like, ruthless.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it's, you see a lot of stuff going around about, like, oh, there's just so much fan service, blah, blah, blah. And, like, I don't think fan service has to be a bad thing.
Especially 23 movies later.
Yeah, like, right. Like, bad fan service is just, like, throwing in stuff that you'll recognize only for that reason.
Right.
But, like, seeing Captain America wield Thor's hammer as the buildup of 22 movies is just awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's not cynical. It's like, this is a buildup. And, like, the restraint they've shown along the way. Like, he could have said Avengers Assemble in the first Avengers. He could have wielded the hammer in the first Avengers. But instead, we get, how many movies with Captain America? This is like the 7th?
Yeah, 7.
Well, yeah, his 3 movies plus
Civil
3 Avengers movies is 6. Yeah, this is 7.
Yeah.
Because I always forget Civil War is Captain America 3. But yeah, so we get 7 movies of build-up of is he worthy to wield the hammer? And he finally does. Yeah. And it's just like, yes.
Yeah. It was funny, too, when Thor was like, I knew it. That was funny.
Right.
Fat Thor.
Yeah. Yeah, people complain about that, too. I thought he had a really good story.
Well, there was an article where it was like, they were like, he wanted him to be fat.
Yeah.
We showed him what it could look like, and he loved it.
Well, yeah, he is really into the Ragnarok version of Thor. Like, it isn't too serious. But even, like, the emotional side of it was good, too. Like, I saw it again the other day. And I think it's a really good moment, like, when they go back in time to Asgard, and he gets the hammer back. And he's, like, just so genuine, like, I'm still worthy. Like, it's just really good.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
you could be at your lowest point, even as Thor, and, like, get back up to what you were.
Right.
Like, I don't know why people have such a problem with that. I don't know.
People are just assholes. Just like with Star Wars, when they were like giving us all these things, like, oh, who's Rey's father? Snoke is this big bad guy. Yeah. And then they're like, no, you know what, screw you guys. We're going to end all this in a second. It's like the exact same thing. People hate when we're given what we want.
Right.
Like,
Well, yeah, now you get everything you want in the movie.
And people still
don't like it. Oh, it's just like fan service Captain America with the hammer. Like, yes.
Yeah,
like,
that's what we've been
22
wanting.
movies later, this should be like an ode to the fans, which I feel like it was. Like, it's everything you've wanted to see. It's like the perfect way to end these stories.
Right.
And like a lot of them, like it looks like Thor's going to stick around.
Yeah.
The Hulk and like stuff like that. So
I imagine Captain America will be young again.
Yeah.
They'll bring him back.
Well, they really like, he goes, at the end of it all, he goes back in time to return the stones, return the hammer, whatever. And he lives a whole life. It leaves plenty of options to do more stories if they really wanted to. Yeah.
And what's the whole thing too, where it's like it creates like an alternate branch?
So here's the thing. Remember we did that video where I was like, Thanos' plan is not a plot hole. He's just the bad guy. So everyone was like, oh, well, Thanos' plan doesn't make sense because why would you get rid of half the universe where you could just double the resources? And it's like, that's a plot hole. No, it's not. He's the bad guy. Like, just because you disagree with his plan doesn't make it a plot hole. So the new one is that the time travel stuff is a plot hole. But, like, what they do in the movie... I paid, like, special attention to this the second time because I knew I was going to want to talk about it. They go out of their way to make their own time rules. So, like, when, Ant-Man's like, oh, it's like Back to the Future, like this and that. Like, specifically, like Banner says, no, this is not how it works. So the way their time is going to work in this movie is that once you go to the past... your past is, like, what you've done to that point is still your past. So the quote-unquote future, from where you stand now, is still your past. So it can't be changed.
Right.
So that's why, like, stuff that wouldn't work in the typical time travel movie works. AKA, like, Nebula kills past Nebula, and she's still alive.
Right.
Because the way they make their own rules for the movie is that you cannot change your past, even if that is the future.
Right. Yeah.
So, like, the multiple branches thing, I'm pretty sure my impression of it was once you return everything to the point you got it. So if you return the time stones and everything to where you took them, it's going to cut off the alternate branches because now those never happened.
Right.
That was my impression of it. People think it's a plot hole that he was able to live throughout the past. And I was like, no, I think it works. But then the directors came out and said maybe he stayed in a different reality. And I was like, well, that's not what I think, based on what you said. So they actually, them answering it throws my theory kind of out the window of how I thought it worked, based on how they explained it.
Well, because, like, that was my thing. I was like, because when she was explaining it on the rooftop, it was like, what you guys are doing, like, this is the timeline that happened.
Right.
What you guys are doing is going to be a separate timeline.
Right.
So you guys do whatever you're going to do, and then when you bring the stones back, it deletes the other one, and now this is the main one.
Yes. It's like slightly, my impression is slightly different than that, but mostly the same. My impression is just like, if you take the time stone now, a new branch gets created of what this reality is without the time stone in it.
Right. Because now it's in another one.
Right. And now when you bring it back, that branch gets cut off, it's gone.
Right.
And that's how they're going to make sure nothing gets disrupted. And, like, all these different realities aren't created.
Right.
But who knows? I don't know. Because, like, now the directors were like, well, he could have just stayed in a different reality.
Because
everyone's like, are there two Captain Americas running around now?
Because there's their Captain America, and then there's that Captain America that did his own thing.
Right. So, like, was he in hiding for all those years, or did he go into a different branch?
So then...
But theoretically, based on how they explained it, if he did return the stones, those other branches would not be there.
Right. But now he just created his own branch.
Maybe.
So then, did none of the Avengers stuff happen then in his reality? whereas in theirs it did.
I don't know.
Because he wasn't there.
Right.
And then he chose not to fight, obviously,
Right.
in the other ones because he wasn't there for it.
If they hadn't said that, it would make sense to me. Because if it was like returning the stones fixes everything happens the same way, including them go back in time.
Right, because you put him back where you pulled him.
It's
from.
like kind of like a loop at that point, and he could coexist in that thing in hiding easily, while everything's unfolding as it did. But by them actually saying maybe he went into a different timeline actually messes up the rules they set out.
Right.
My thing is just it's not a plot hole that doing stuff in the past doesn't change the future. When they specifically say that's not how time works in our movie. And that's essentially what it is. They said this is how time works in our movie, so don't pay attention to Back to the Future.
Well, yeah, because that's what I was thinking. I was like, well, if they bring the stones back to where they were, he's gonna get them anyway.
Right, that's still
they
gonna
would
happen.
have to kill him.
It's all gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of like they fixed it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't like it. It's ruined for me.
Like time is gonna still happen as it did.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's gonna get the stones in the end. He's gonna do it again.
No, he's not gonna do it again. It's just it happened already.
But then, so let's say they did the stones, they undid the snap, and it worked. They just brought everybody back. And old Thanos didn't catch wind of it. And they brought the stones back to where they were, and everything panned out the way it was supposed to. Then he would still get the stones.
Right, but they're already ahead of it.
Oh, I see. So, because they undid the snap and brought the stones back, everything has already happened already.
Yes, because that's still the past.
Right, so he still
even
gets
though
the
they're
stones and
jumping
still
around
does it.
time, that's
Right.
still the past.
Gotcha, because when they create the future, that's them undoing the snap and bringing the stones back. Like their future.
Create the future?
Yeah, like when they're creating the present and the future is when they're bringing the stones back in time. And then once they bring the stones back and they come back to now, Thanos has gotten the stones, he snapped, they got the stones back, they snapped.
Yeah.
They put them back.
Right.
Now we're here.
Yes.
Gotcha.
So by undoing it, it's not making it so it never happened.
Right.
It happened, they just fixed it.
Gotcha.
But
by taking
everything
stones
else
from the
that
past.
happened still exists. Because like look at it this way, like part of Iron Man's thing was we have to undo this, but we can't change what happened because look, I have a daughter now. If they had just undid it so it never happened, that she doesn't exist.
Right.
Ant-Man's daughter's not older. They currently live in a world where it did happen, but it was undone to the extent that the people that were killed are back.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was all very confusing.
It is kind of convoluted, yeah.
Huh.
But it's not like a paradox type time thing.
Yeah.
Like they make it so like by their rules like none of that stuff happens. Because if it was like normal time movies, as soon as they removed one stone,
The whole future.
Thanos never got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, but that's what they're trying to avoid. Like
Yeah.
by any other like time movie standards, like
If
for
they
example,
just taken the stones
right,
and brought them to
if
the
they
future,
just take
you
the
wouldn't have
stones and
got
hide them, he never got them.
them. Exactly.
Right.
But then we wouldn't have a movie.
Right. We would. Yeah, the movie wouldn't exist.
Exactly. Yeah. The movie would just not be a thing.
Right. They just had to make their own time rules for the story to be told the way they wanted to tell.
Right. Jeez.
Right.
And then, like, another thing, wasn't Captain America never supposed to really age? Or
That's
like
a
very short timeline?
That's a question.
But then he's magically how old he's supposed to be at this stage in the game.
Yeah. That's interesting. I don't know.
Huh. And then does he, in the comics, hand his shield to whoever the Falcon is, actually?
Yeah, there's a line where Sam's the Captain America. I know Bucky becomes Captain America at some point. Like,
Gotcha.
I want to say that the Falcon one. I know there's a recent one because I've just like seen it around the stores.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see.
How many did Chris Evans did he re-sign for more than what he's already done?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because people.
Yeah, it looks around like 20. Wilson is Captain America, 2014. Yeah. People were talking about. I've seen some videos of like, who should be the next Iron Man.
Uh-huh.
So there've been like some like ideas getting thrown around because it looks like and what the new Far From Home trailer is alluding to is that like Spider-Man will be like the central character, which like in the comics like he pretty much is. He has to be like the new Iron Man to the extent of like they need a leader.
Right.
But who's going to be like the actual new Iron Man? Some people think like Rhodey should be Iron Man, because he's already been like War Machine.
Yeah.
That could be cool. But they brought that kid back from Iron Man 3, so people think that maybe he will be Iron Man.
True. Which
I think you could do a lot with like now Peter Parker's the mentor. To
Yeah.
this other kid, like that could be cool.
That could be a thing. Okay, I'm just looking at this Marvel poster and like who could be it.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at it and I feel like War Machine is War Machine.
Right.
Like I don't think he would ever be like, I'm Iron Man now.
Right.
See, maybe that kid. I don't know. Or maybe I think a lot of people are also looking into that kid and like more than what it just was.
Right.
Like he was there because of what he did in that movie, and he's there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean that too. That might be. They might just wanted to get everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But if it really stays around for a long time, probably his daughter. But
yeah, like
that's
decades.
like a while from now.
Yeah.
Oh, but some people said Shuri, Black Panther's sister, because she's like super smart.
Yeah, but I feel like she'd make her own like thing.
Yeah.
And then they just lump her in with him.
Yeah.
And whoever that girl is, and give her some kind of baton.
Yeah.
To wave around.
So yeah, who knows?
I really hope they don't screw up the future of this.
Well, so here's the thing. Will they have the restraint to build something up like that again?
Right, or are they just going to come out of the gate like DC tried to do and just throw us into a group movie?
Right, this has been built up for like 10 years, this Thanos thing.
Yeah. Well, how many movies were origin stories until we even had the first Avengers? It was all the...
4?
Yeah.
I think. Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2. No, I think it went Iron Man, Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor. Captain America.
So there's 5.
Or whatever order. Yeah, I think Phase 4 at the beginning is going to be a lot of solo movies.
Yeah.
Because you're doing Spider-Man. We're doing Spider-Man 2. There's going to be a Black Panther 2, Guardians 3, Doctor Strange 2.
Right.
But there's also going to be new things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And Captain Marvel 2 most likely.
So maybe a while
until
we get a group.
I think it's going to likely be a few years until there's another Avengers movie. I would think.
What they may do is kind of what they've been doing, where they're just intertwining characters and other origin stories. So we're not getting our full group movie, but we're getting Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
We're getting Spider-Man and Iron Man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or Thor and Hulk.
Like the pair-up movies.
Yeah, so
Thor and Hulk.
It's we're given more heroes than just this is just Captain Marvel.
People are pushing for a Captain Marvel, Valkyrie. I think that would be cool.
That would be a cool one.
Yeah, I think they got to take their time, and also who's the next big bad villain? Who? I don't know.
Yeah, I remember reading an article the other day, and it was the 10 list of who it could all be.
Yeah.
Some of them were kind of dumb.
I think Doctor Doom would be a good one. Now that they got Fox.
Yeah,
but
and he could be a cool villain.
Yeah, you have to introduce the Fantastic Four, and actually they no one has done it really well yet.
Yeah.
In movie form, so
I hope it's not that big floating head. Modok.
Oh yeah.
Modok,
yeah.
Whatever it's called. I hope it's not that.
Everyone says Galactus maybe.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I want to see Ronan Returns. Spider-Man, I want to see some more of the Sinister Six villains we haven't really seen.
Yeah, which they alluded to.
Yeah.
So yeah, what they could do is build that up and make that like Spider-Man 3.
Yeah.
Like the Sinister Six.
Do the Sinister Six like well.
Yeah, like build up this movie, however you got to build it up to do that.
Yeah.
And then do that.
Right.
But yeah,
now you got Mysterio in the mix.
Right. We saw Scorpion.
Yeah, they've held off. Yeah, they've held off on Green Goblin.
Mm-hmm. That's got to be a huge
the Vulture. Kraven the Hunter would be good. Even though apparently Sony's making a Kraven the Hunter movie.
Not just like the Venom movie.
Yeah.
Venom was great.
Hey, Venom was actually good. I did like it.
But if they could just include it in, so we don't have to determine if it is or isn't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just be like, yeah, it's a part of our world.
Right.
But yeah, like if they just follow the formula they did the first time, then they'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
gonna take
more, but do like 7 or 8 origin stories.
Yeah.
With intertwining characters, and then when we get our group movie, everybody's happy.
Right. Yeah, I think as long as they
Phase 4.
Yeah, as long as they take their time again and build up a villain, it'll be good. Oh yeah, Ant-Man 3 they'll most likely do. Yeah, we'll see. And there's plenty of other stuff they haven't really tapped into.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I really would want to see a Doctor Strange 2.
Some characters just work better as part of the group movie.
Just like Black Widow, Hawkeye. They are purely there to be in the group.
Yeah.
They are not to have their own movies.
It's interesting. I'm looking at, like, people made, like, their own predictions of, like, the release schedule. So this is cool. So it says Marvel Studios' The Secret Invasion saga. Which, like, Secret Invasion was, like, the Skrull thing in the comics.
Oh, okay.
Where the Skrulls had infiltrated and all that kind of stuff.
Weren't they friends?
Yeah, they like the Skrulls in this.
Yeah. Why would you want to make us hate them again?
But yeah, I mean, this would be cool. I mean, The Unstoppable Wasp. Wasp gets her own movie. The Mighty Thor. I don't know if they would do, like, Valkyrie as Thor. Could be cool.
Why would they call it Thor?
Because people have taken up the mantle of Thor in the comics. Yeah.
But I feel like he's the god. Like, he's Thor.
Right.
It's not like you put on a suit and you can become Iron Man or Batman.
Well, they become Thor in the comics.
I know. I'm just saying it's weird.
I feel otherwise.
I feel like if you are Thor, the god of thunder, you are Thor. The god of thunder. It's not a suit. You are the son of Odin or you're not. You know what I mean? You're Valkyrie or you're the son of Odin.
Jane becomes Thor in the comics.
Who's Jane?
Natalie
the girl
Portman.
that died?
Natalie Portman.
How is she supposed to become Thor? She's dead.
I don't know. I don't know if she died.
I thought that was the whole thing.
Didn't they break up?
I thought she was dead.
I don't think so.
And that's why he doesn't talk to her anymore.
That's why?
Yeah.
I
want to see that movie where it's Korg, Spanish dude from Ant-Man. What was the other one? Oh, and Rocket.
Oh, that'd be...
That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Just like a pure comedy team.
Yeah.
You can throw Groot in there.
Yeah.
Unless you give us old Groot.
Yeah.
Teenage Groot was okay for that movie.
Yeah.
But now I want, like, the Groot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I liked Baby Groot.
Baby Groot was cool.
Yeah.
But it's like, I've had it with adolescent Groot. Or just young adult Groot.
Yeah.
Give me the Groot that was just,
Groot.
cracking skulls. Is Guardians 3 a thing?
Yeah. They've been holding off while they figured out this James Gunn situation, though they brought him back.
Oh, yeah.
Because they fired him for, like, 10-year-old tweets.
Yeah. That's just funny to me.
Yeah.
Like, the guy gave you 2 great movies.
Right. Yeah, I was so worried about that because I liked the first 2 so much that I was worried that the third would just be really weird and feel totally different.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm glad they brought him back and he gets to do, like, his vision of what it should be.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure, like, I think he already had, like, at least part of a script done for it. Like, he knew where he wanted to go with it.
Mm-hmm. Talk about bouncing back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because DC hired him for Suicide Squad. So he's doing that, and then he's doing Guardians.
Great, another Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're still, like...
It's a reboot, too.
Like, why are they attempting to do this?
It's a reboot.
Why are they rebooting? Why are they doing this
They
again?
just did it.
Yeah. Like, you've done all these DC movies that you're now trying to redo.
That's got to be the biggest turnaround reboot ever.
Yeah.
It's going to be like 3 years.
Has it even been that long?
I don't know.
I guess too.
Like by the time it comes out.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Talk about just like trying to bounce back. James Gunn bounced back. DC's trying to bounce back.
Yes.
Failing.
But yeah, maybe they do the X-Men. Maybe they do the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Feige suggested that the X-Men aren't really in the plan for a while.
Yeah, I remember reading that too.
Yeah.
It's like, then why did you even buy him if you're not going to do anything with him?
Yeah. Probably a lie.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on the slate.
Yeah, I was going to say, leave him with Warner Brothers. Just keep doing whatever they're doing. And I'm not excited for the new X-Men movie that's coming out.
I am. All of a sudden, everyone hates the X-Men.
I don't hate them.
I don't know what happened.
I was just never into them.
Yeah. It's like Apocalypse wasn't good, and then all of a sudden everyone thinks this franchise is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But Days of Future Past was like extremely well received. And then they came out with Logan.
I liked Logan.
Yeah.
I just wasn't like I liked Logan, I just wasn't like immersed into it. Like
it was great.
Like Endgame, I was like attached.
Yeah.
And then Old Man Logan, like I liked watching it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like into it.
Yeah, I was into that.
I was never like, I don't know, like I watched the X-Men stuff, but I just never paid attention when I was a kid, and I think that's where it started, because like I never paid attention to them.
Right.
So they were never like the ones that I liked.
Yeah.
And then also they came out with a bunch of movies that were like, because I never paid attention, like just all over the place.
Like the...
And then I was like,
Daredevil,
this is hard to follow for me.
Like Daredevil, Punisher, like that era of doing Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just random heroes that didn't connect with each other, and it was just no point.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of like hit or miss movies in the franchise, but like X2 is a really good movie.
Yeah.
X1 like is kind of awkward and dated.
What's the one where he's in like Asia or something?
Oh yeah, the Wolverine.
Yeah, the Wolverine.
I didn't see that until it was like well out on Blu-ray. But, like that one was actually pretty good.
Gotcha. Because I watched half of it.
Yeah.
And I have all those. I should just watch.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Dark Phoenix." Well, that was stupid. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. Everyone hates this now.
Yeah. I think they're just tired of it. Unlike with Marvel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Marvel's the thing, so everybody doesn't care if they keep coming out with shit.
That's not the MCU.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and they would definitely like do it differently because like those movies definitely put the focus on Wolverine, and like in the comics, not necessarily the case that like Wolverine's the main guy.
Yeah, like he's just there.
Yeah.
Like
Cyclops kind of got like pushed to the side of all these movies.
And like I like the actors and actresses that they have in the X-Men stuff, but like I don't know, I just don't feel the same.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe I'll rewatch them all as they should be watched.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably have a different thing for them.
Yeah. Yeah, First Class was good. Days of Future Past was good.
When did like the first one come out?
Like 99 or something
really?
like that. 98.
See, I was 6.
Yeah. Let me look.
Meanwhile, when was Iron Man?
Like 2008 or something.
Yes, I was 15.
So X-Men came out in 2000. I remember because I saw X-Men 2 in the theaters.
Gotcha.
So I always watched those ones growing up. Yeah, X-Men 2 was 2003. Iron Man 1 was 2008.
Yeah. So for me, at least, I think it's because it was like 99 and I was 6.
Yeah.
I just didn't show any interest, and my parents never showed it to me.
Yeah, it's a matter of like, did your parents put you in front of it?
Yeah.
It's like, my dad took me to see X-Men 2, and then I just watched them all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I didn't watch any Marvel stuff really until like Iron Man.
Yeah, and like
and
I saw
a whole different line.
I saw Iron Man, but I was thinking about this the other day. Like, Marvel's just become like you see all of them in the theaters.
Yeah.
It was not like that. I didn't see any of Phase 1 in the theaters. I saw Avengers.
I don't think I did either.
Yeah.
Honestly, I saw most of them on FX.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I saw.
After a while,
I saw Avengers in the theater, and then I remember us going to see Iron Man 3.
I remember I texted you one weekend when we were still in college, and I was like, "Hey, did you ever watch Doctor Strange?" You're like, "No, not yet." I was like, "I just watched it on Netflix because I was bored. It was actually really good. Give it a shot." And then you texted me like a few days later. Yeah. And you're like, "Yeah, that was actually like that was like a closet Marvel movie."
Yeah. I saw almost all of Phase 3 in the theaters. I guess except for Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And
it's just because I wasn't interested.
Even like Phase 2, like I saw Iron Man 3, saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Uh-huh.
I think right around then is when we started seeing them all.
Yeah.
So like Guardians, Ultron, Ant-Man, and then like Civil War. Skip Doctor Strange, but then everything since then, I'm pretty sure it's just become such like a thing where like they're all at least good.
Yeah, exactly.
If not great at this point.
I guess just because I wasn't interested in Doctor Strange, I didn't really care. But then like, I guess I realized I had to care.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, all right, whatever, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like one of those characters where like maybe he just works better in the group movies. Because I liked him a lot more in Infinity War than I did in his own movie.
Yeah, so it's like I appreciate the origin story, but I don't need to see a second movie.
Right.
And
yeah, I mean,
I brought a lot of characters back from his thing too.
They did, yeah.
Like I wasn't ever attached to any of them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think like if they could find ways to not have to do origin movies all the time, like I'd be fine with that. Because like Civil War has a Black Panther origin in it. And it works extremely well. So then they were able to just like go and like introduce Wakanda, but like we already knew Black Panther, so it didn't like feel like an origin story.
Yeah. It was like explaining a thing that he had to go through.
Right.
But it wasn't a part of his origin, really.
Yeah.
Because that was after his dad died and everything like that.
Like you see like why like you already like are introduced to him and like how he became the king now and like all this stuff.
So it's like we see Wakanda, and then that introduces like where we fight the thing,
like
where they
the
can
world,
get technology,
like the world building,
yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. I think they need to slowly build, but also like my interest in origin movies are like
dwindling at this point. Yeah, like I'm over the origin stuff.
Yeah.
Like it hits a point where it's like, I know him.
Yeah.
I don't know him, but give him 20 minutes and then I'll
figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll figure out who he is.
Yeah.
You don't have to, give me a 2.5 hour movie of whatever superhero I find on this poster first.
Right, exactly. It's like if you decide to do X-Men, like, just do it.
Yeah.
These are the X-Men.
Yeah, exactly. Like, just show us a group of X-Men.
Yeah.
And I can generally
like, the school's already going.
Exactly.
Like, Professor X is already Professor X. Like, fine with that.
It's like, we know who these people are.
Yeah. Which, like, like Spider-Man Homecoming. It's like, yes, we've seen the Spider-Man origin over and over.
Yeah, countless times.
Like, we don't need to do it again.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It hits a point.
Yeah.
Where it's like, stop giving me Spider-Man origins.
Right, and so they just did a Spider-Man
I've seen 3 different actors do these.
They introduced him in Civil War as well, and then we just did a Spider-Man movie.
Yep.
And they hint to stuff you know.
Oh, yeah, in Civil War.
Right, they hint to the fact that Uncle Ben died. We all know that.
Yeah. It's like every Batman game, movie, book, and comic and TV show, we have to see his parents die again.
Every single one.
It's like, yes, I know this, and if you're doing what I'm doing, you know this.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, this is no one's first time around Batman.
You can ask anyone if Batman's parents are alive.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and everybody will say no.
Yeah.
Even if they don't care, they know his parents are gone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I hope they don't ruin it. I kind of want to talk about the Star Wars stuff now that I'm looking at it. Like, speaking of origins and the streaming service and everything.
Yeah,
that's what we could talk about.
Let's do another one.
Well, I wanted to go on, bringing the Stones back with Loki. I like how they were kind of like, this is how he can have his show, because he gets that thing back.
Yeah, so, like, past Loki is able to take the Tesseract and run.
Right.
So now, like, that's how he can be on the streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty excited about the Disney Plus stuff because they're doing all these shows, like, with the actual actors.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. Like, as opposed to, like, which is a good thing that they got their own streaming service to do these, because now, they can have their own actors because they're under contract.
Yeah. It's
to, like,
you're
do
stuck
it.
now.
Yeah, as opposed to, like...
I thought you were just doing movies.
Now you're doing a show. As opposed to me watching, whatever the Iron Fist actor is try to get out a sentence. Did you watch that yet?
No.
It is so terrible. And I'm sure people will say it's gotten better in the later seasons.
Oh, I'm sure.
But like, oh my god, dude, season 1, you will never want to watch it again. He's literally just an idiot. It's like he showed up and it was just like, you remember that scene in Shawshank when Brooks gets out?
Mm-hmm.
And like, he's like, what is a car?
Oh,
Basically,
yeah.
that's how this kid is acting. What are these? Like, what are you talking about? You've only been gone for like 5 years.
From what I've heard about the second season was it was like a pretty big jump in quality.
I would pray to
But
God.
it would require me having to watch the first season, which everyone has said is terrible.
Is horrendous.
Yeah.
Unless you just jump into season 2 and just watch the preseason recap on Netflix.
It'll probably be fine.
Yeah.
I'm interested now, like, because there is like it's like going to be the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show, like Falcon as Captain America now, I guess.
Yeah, which could be cool.
Yeah, that could be cool.
I just want to know who's Falcon then, because Falcon's a great character.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, who knows? But yeah, there's the Scarlet Witch and Vision show, which they called WandaVision, which is kind of dumb.
What?
That's the name.
Wow.
But like, when is I guess that might take place before Infinity War.
Oh, okay.
And then the Loki one. Was there a Hawkeye one too?
That could be
I
nice.
think I saw. Yeah.
Hockey?
Yeah, hockey. Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Makes
Things
sense
in the
that.
pipeline.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to be too expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know how Netflix is going to stay around.
Oh, they're screwed.
In the tubes with
Yeah.
Movie Pass.
Yeah, I feel like we're really on like the cusp of like the streaming war.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
now everyone has one.
Mm-hmm.
CBS All Access.
Well, Disney's Hulu, I read,
Disney owns
right?
Hulu, apparently.
Yeah. So I guess Hulu's fine.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
They'll still be around.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Endgame was good.
Yeah. So in the end,
Yeah.
in a nutshell,
Yeah.
that was a good movie. As we digressed for how long? 45 minutes?
A while. That's fine though.
Yeah, the 3 people
42
appreciate
minutes.
this.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I know who the 3 of you are.
Yeah.
You can talk to me about this if you want. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for more of these.
Yeah.
It's definitely much easier for us to do these. So we may just do these to get things out on time.
Right, right.
So definitely check us out on all the social medias. Check out the channel where we have product reviews and things like that.
Don't forget don't forget to subscribe.
Well, once again, I'm Brooks.
I'm Joe.
And this has been another episode of Cantina Reviews Barside Chats.